Animes for Jerks.
I love the smell of penis in the morning. Smells like
anime.
But what is anime?
You have to ask
Hello and welcome to another episode of a gaggle of cock gobblers talk about Japanese animation. My name is Dean. Get out your blue eyes white dragons, because today we're talking about Kaiba.
Oh, god damn it.
Kaiba boy.
We activated his trap card.
Kaiba, my boy. Welcome to Kaiba Corp. Here's Carlos, our CEO of Kaiba Corp. He's the guy that designed the things that go in your arms and so you can play card games on motorcycles.
Life to a card.
What is life to a card? And also we have the right arm of the Forbidden One, Hunter.
So I just learned that if you put it's really easy to put a light bulb in your mouth, but impossible to take it out.
Sorry, what?
I've heard that.
And with us also, we have Ari, who he has this weird pendant around his, it's like a pyramid thing. Apparently it's like a puzzle box.
Hey Yugi, Hey Yami, has Yugi been cheating all this time? Yes. Oh, you little bastard.
And we have Dave, who doesn't like Yu-Gi-Oh, because we're not talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's talking about Digimon, right? What is this now? What
we're talking about Kaiba, from the guy that made what did Tatami Galaxy, and what did that one episode of Adventure Time.
Yeah, second line shit. I can't remember pronounce his name properly.
Give it a shot.
Monster
Lettuce?
I'll get it later. It's fine.
Sure.
Monster Lettuce. He will be known as Monster Lettuce.
Monster Lettuce, that great mangaka.
Oh, Masaaki Yuasa.
Yes, that guy.
Okay.
Masaaki Yuasa. That's it. Yeah.
That is better,
that
though.
guy.
But before we jump into that LSD trip of a show that we all watched, what else have you guys been doing with your lives?
Oh man, I watched a really good anime this weekend called The Thing.
Oh, all right.
It's not an anime.
That's not. That's an old school John Carpenter horror movie.
Yeah. I watched that one. I also watched the 2011 prequel to it too.
Don't watch
that.
that.
That was fun.
Don't watch.
I realized too. Parasite takes a lot of nods to that series because
Which series?
Parasite the Maxim takes a lot of nods to The Thing, the 1982 John Carpenter movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because one of the things that when it opens its mouth and just clamps down someone's head and kills them, it's a parasite from Parasite the Maxim. I'm like, oh, yo, I know this one.
No, it's a thing from The Thing, is what you should be saying.
Yeah, The Thing.
Or you could say it's a Shoggoth from the Lovecraft story, which The Thing is pretty much based on.
Pretty much, yeah.
Everything comes from Lovecraft.
Mountains of Madness. It's a different story, but it's a lot of Carpenter. Actually, The Thing is based off an older sci-fi movie, which is a lot different. And then they redid it, then they redid it again, and yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty damn cool, though. It's a damn good movie. I'm glad I finally got a chance to watch it.
It's so good. And I love, because the whole setup of The Thing is it's a story mechanic that you see a lot nowadays, where you can't trust anyone, so you have to keep testing. Everyone's in a confined space and you have to keep testing who's going to turn on you. And that's just good tension building shit, man.
Yeah.
Mac wants the flamethrower. Mac wants the what? Oh, God, it's such a good movie.
I also loved Futurama parodying.
Yes, that was a great episode.
Yeah, I'd seen so many parodies of it before that it was weird seeing those first and then getting the actual original one. So I'm like, I know what the basic premise is, but I don't know if anyone fucking survives it, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool seeing that. I watched, I think, another episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm in part 4, but I'm really cat-assing on that. I need to get through that. My brother-in-law, over the last week, watched from part 1, and he's up to where I'm at right now in the series. I'm like, Jesus, I gotta fucking, get on that, man.
Good God.
It's insane.
So many poses.
It sounds like you need some water, though.
I don't know what that means.
Yes.
That's not how you pronounce water.
in Bioland, we take pride in our water. Zawater.
Should be like a fancy like spring water brand.
Oh yeah, it'd
I was
be
about to say that it's
on
from
the side of the
Waterdeep
label. It'd
Spring.
be saying that it's
Water
from
to spring, yeah.
it's from a glacier, but it's just bottled by some poor Mexican guy in a factory somewhere.
A subsidiary of Road Roller.
Exactly. Roller would be a good name for like a guy that just rolls blunts on the side of the road.
Yep.
It's like right next to the guys that sell
Something like
produce and like beef jerky on the side of the road. Just a guy just rolling blunts.
Beware my stand roller.
Welcome
I-
to Colorado.
Roll those.
I
But he
love.
looks like a good guy, though, you know?
Oh man.
I would let him babysit my kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love. There's this great video that you won't understand till you finish part 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but it's just
I'll
called
never
Bart
understand
Uses
it.
the World, and
Yep.
it's an episode of The Simpsons that they just dubbed over with JoJo jokes, and they made it fucking amazing.
Joe jokes.
It's like 10 out of 10 JoJo meme.
Well, that's fun. Anyone else?
Stand name, eat my shorts. Stand user, Alberto.
That's just
Well,
Who's Alberto?
as for me, El Diablo.
Bort.
Dean, doesn't that mean the Diablo in Spanish?
You're right.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff.
The
Thanks.
Diablo.
Thanks for like setting me up for my own
Yeah.
shitty joke.
That's exactly. You know what? You guys just segued right into Kaiba.
Oh, okay.
How?
Unfortunately,
All right, Carlos, tell us things.
Well, on short news, I'm getting promoted to assistant manager next week.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. On longer news, though, on the important news, today, I had a dream, and I came up with a D&D monster.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this break to interject something that I wanted to say like a bit ago. I wanted to ask. Well, I guess he's gone now, but I wanted to ask Carlos how it feels to be the ass man.
Oh.
Feels good, man.
Like, ass is awesome, but I don't get the question, or where's it coming from?
Assistant manager, the ass man. Yeah. I'm the ass man. Seinfeld references in my anime podcast? It's more likely than you think.
Oh, shut up.
Are you cutting out, Carlos?
we
Yeah,
are
huh?
like-minded, oh brother of mine.
Hey, being an ass man is alright. It's the bee's knees, if you know what I'm saying.
It's the cat's
Cat's pajamas, even.
Shut up, you.
Carl-
cat.
Yeah, I
Yes.
want Carlos to finish if his mic's working.
Alright. Oh, wait. You guys haven't been hearing me?
When we hear you.
Yeah, you said you have a dream and then you just kind of trailed off into nothing and we're all like, okay, that's cool.
Fucker. Mike is horrible. Sorry, guys.
No, you had to dream about a D&D character, then Hunter interjected, and then we had that little fun discussion, and now it's time for the actual discussion that we wanted to hear.
Wait,
Alright, cool. So, the creature, the plural is Vialore, and the singular is Veilora. It is, imagine Aurora, but it is made out of thin ice shards that are constantly moving like a veil in the breeze or something like that. This is a giant monster, like from Night Vale, imagine the glow cloud, but like it is not of that nature, and it's, I don't know, maybe it hovers 30 feet above above land, of like making it appear as if it's really high up like a real aurora, and it is constantly like changing colors. And the thing is that since it is made out of ice, it can send like shards to slowly connect. Like, let's say if you're in a lake, it will connect to the water, and then when it connects, it makes like an ice column, that is meant to either, and it's clear, you can't see it. You crash into it, and you're fucked. Or you touch it, like it frostbites your hand, and I don't know, sort of acts like a. When you put your tongue to the cold pull,
Yes.
and it sticks, sort of like that. And the only way to get your hand out or limb is by breaking it off, like shattering it off,
I triple
because
dog
it
dare
is
you.
frozen solid.
So you had to break your arm off?
If you touch it, if you touch it for too long, and that happened in the dream, and it was intense.
Dude, that sounds like it was kind of similar to camping.
That was gonna be a camping joke. God damn.
Well, I've only camped in a closed area. It was actually in my backyard. Yeah, it's fun.
That sounds
And
fun.
with my lad.
That sounds freaking crazy, though. Like, what? You broke your arm off in your dream?
I need to get out. Like, I was in the water, and I tried to grab onto it, like to get out of the water because it was so cold. But once I touched it, it was just like frozen solid into shape. So I need to
That is crazy.
maybe we can put that into your campaign or something similar to it. It can be what I told you was the species, but then there's subcategories. Like there's wolves and dogs.
Yeah.
Different types of flora. Yeah. So yeah, that's the interesting news with me.
Huh. I wonder what the CR of that would be.
I
CR?
haven't had any freaking crazy dreams recently.
Challenge rating for it in D&D.
Yeah, man. CR is how like you rate how hard the things that are gonna kill you tomorrow are.
Yeah, it's a challenge rating.
Yeah.
I see. Cool. Well, there can be different levels. There's a red one, which is level 1. There's the blue one, which is level 5.
All
And there's
right.
like the rainbow one, which is level 20.
Oh.
Well, does that mean that the rainbow one's level is set at level 20, or does it change depending on which part you fight?
What do you mean, which part?
Like, is the red part his Achilles heel?
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, no, because it is just so it is constantly moving. It is not a set color.
So it's like random crits then.
There you are.
That's fun.
So you have to be really lucky to hit it
Yeah.
in
Okay.
the right spot,
We can workshop this.
right?
Don't laugh. Don't you dare.
Dicksniffers Incorporated.
That's us.
We might need some help from. No, go ahead. Oh,
Nail it.
It's okay.
nailed it. So seriously though, oh boy.
All right, Dave.
I really,
what do you-
I have some things I want to say about Kaiba.
I wanted to call
but
him
I don't know.
Dave.
They keep popping up in my head.
I wanted to call him
I'm just
Dave.
gonna- I'm going to start repressing them like so many others until we start talking about Kaiba.
All right.
How many do you suppress?
How do you want the ones that aren't related to Kaiba?
Sure.
I don't have enough fingers to count that on.
Do you need my hand too?
I don't think they make numbers that high.
Yeah, it's over 2 digits.
Whoa.
It's over 2 digits. What?
If those digits are 1 and 0.
So what you're saying is the
You know, wait.
actual number is 4.
What? No, 3.
That's...
Wait, but you have 10 fingers.
But 1 and 0 is 3.
No, yeah, you're right. Shit.
I feel like this conversation is killing my brain cells. Like, actively, you're poisoning my mind.
It's okay. You just got to take the antidote, which is more arrow manga.
God.
Oh no.
No. No. no. All right, who else wants to say things? What have you been doing, Ari?
All right, so I went the route of watching that which will save anime.
Arrow manga?
No. Little Witch Academia.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
Hermione. Wait. Okay. So what is that about?
It's pretty much just Harry Potter. You're right to say Hermione.
It's literally Harry Potter the anime, except it also just has a bunch of references to many things thrown in, like a bunch of Western movies or shows, and then some other anime, particularly Gurren Lagann.
I mean, from the OVAs, from like the kind of vibe that I got was like Harry Potter mixed with like Idol a little bit.
Yeah,
that seems weird.
It's not
like sort of like because like the popular witches and stuff that like got the girls into being witches in the first place and wanted them to actually study magic was like it was like an Idol show essentially.
They don't lean on the Idol thing too much. It's more.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that.
No, they don't.
Like in the OVAs, they have a sorcerer's stone, so they're leaning on that Harry Potter a little bit.
Oh no, yeah. Sorcerer's Stone is still there in the actual show.
That's actually like saying that Full Metal Alchemist leaned on Harry Potter, or vice versa, depending on which one happened first.
Well, no, because they function a little bit differently.
I mean, to be fair, like the Sorcerer's Philosopher's Stones is like an ancient, thing in like lore and stuff. Basically, it's like a thing that can turn like lead into gold and shit.
That's my point.
No, but like encapsulated in everything else that the show is doing, it's clear that the inspiration is coming from Harry Potter. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like their version of Philosopher's Stone or whatever is supposed to be based off of that one, kind of.
Remember, it very clearly is because it's a frickin' witch's school. Like,
yeah,
it's pretty damn obvious.
Remember this.
They don't have houses though, right?
Yeah, but it just mainly follows Akko as she's a fan of Shiny Chariots.
Who is it? And
Shiny Chariot's best.
Shiny Chariot is a best girl.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Dean.
I've been lied to then. My eyes have deceived me.
I have a question though.
You're sorry, Ari?
I'm sorry to him because it's not Amanda.
I thought it was the cool chick with the cool hair that doesn't take anyone's shit. But, apparently I'm wrong.
Yes.
I mean, this is something you're used to, I guess, though, right?
Oh!
And so it just pretty much started... Well, I actually like how it started off with showing how Akko ended up getting to the school in the first place. And, obviously they're not going to take the exact ideas from the OVA or the movie, because that was mostly just a pilot to kind of bring forth the idea and get people to, want the show. So it shows, how she ends up meeting her two roommates, Susie and Lottie, and how they end up getting to the school, and then from there it kind of goes into like a slice of life where they just kind of show, what are they learning, how Akko is just terrible at magic.
Yeah, she's kind
so
of
she's like Neville in the first couple of books.
She pretty much is.
But that was a fucking cool dude, though, to be fair.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Did you just say the devil was a pretty cool dude?
Yeah, man.
I mean,
I do see people.
I mean, I didn't say that, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
I bet he does like skateboard tricks and shit while he's in hell.
Yeah, man.
I'd like to point out that wasn't my viewpoint.
But it's also
good stuff, Hunter.
But that's what you believe,
Please,
though.
Christian followers, do not.
Oh yeah, because a bunch of Dicksniffers talk about anime, just screams good Christian morals, right?
Yeah.
We're all about that index, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that annoying chick that never uses her
Messed up.
superpowers.
Oh boy.
But yeah, and then I actually like how the setting is a bit more defined about how the world that they live in is actually, I guess, losing magic. So that's kind of one of the background kind of plots to the whole story. How they're losing magic, and it kind of plays into some actions that happen later on in the episodes and whatnot. And then
How do you have a
there's-
wizard school where there's no magic?
it's the world itself is losing magic slowly.
Why do we drive on a
Because,
parkway and
something
park
that happened-
on a driveway?
I know. What's
Right?
up with that?
No,
Uh,
I'm really. This is upsetting.
Why
It-
Why don't they give you enough hot dog buns for the amount of hot dogs that come in the package?
Dude, that actually bothered me as a child.
Guys, do you know that they call them overalls because they go over all the other clothes?
Holy crap!
Sorry, what were we talking about?
Meanwhile, next year,
Fucking expand your guys' mind today, man.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm seeing
Alright, I think
things.
sometime in 2018, you'll be able to finish your story.
Uh,
No, he was
I'll
just going
be
over the
finish my
general.
story
the general thing about-
when we kicked Dave off the podcast.
Oh, I can't wait for it.
Damn.
I can't wait.
Oh yeah, when are we voting on that?
Actually, today, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave.
Survivor, Dicksniffer.
Wait, David, why are you laughing?
Oh, what?
You're the
There goes
biggest
my
link.
smile, guys.
Yeah, but it really, like, the whole show is just filled with just trigger goodness of just being a love letter to whatever influences they had. So you'll see stuff from like I think I saw some stuff from like the Flintstones, Sleeping Beauty. Well, obviously,
Flintstones?
yeah.
Yabba dabba do.
Well, what else was there? Shit.
Any good Cannibal Holocaust references in Little Witch Academia?
Oh yeah, totally.
Whoa.
It's episode 5, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'm talking about.
I had to check out
You
the
know,
show.
it was that episode where Susie just devoured that entire mushroom.
Yeah, man. Mushroom.
And then Ein goes hopping around and like barking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good fucking show.
Then Sokka starts tripping in the
Yeah.
desert with Momo.
And then it definitely feels like the story structure is very similar to Kill la Kill. Yeah, that should be good enough, like, jumpstart there that you guys will be, huh?
Oh yeah, I want to watch the fuck out of this thing because I love the OVAs for it.
Yeah, they're real
Yeah.
good.
Like, you might not get the same feeling from the OVAs at first with this, but you'll probably come to enjoy the story itself after it actually, tells it.
I gotcha.
Yeah. And so it comes out tomorrow on Netflix. Not tomorrow. Wait, no, it is tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow comes
No.
today.
Hey,
Yeah. Comes out tomorrow, so you guys better fucking watch it.
You know I will.
Tell me what to do.
I need to get back on Netflix and get my login for it and stuff.
I tell you, man,
There you
just,
go.
just log out, like, whoever you need the password from, just log them out next time you're at their place.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it honestly, because then that might have to like force their fucking hand. Like the same password. Like, no, it's not. You fucking liar.
The only complaint I have is I really don't like how Netflix US handled the showing adding the show to the catalog.
By not showing any of the episodes until the entire season was done?
Until the entire fucking series is over, and people have already seen it, you know.
I haven't seen shit of it, so, you know.
Yeah. Well, I understand their business model. They want people to, like, because, you know, their data shows that people just end up binge watching whatever shows that they have on there. But
yeah,
airing something weekly doesn't take away from the fact that eventually there will be people that binge watch the show once it's fully on there. So there's absolutely no fucking reason to just, you know, delay it, especially if you're not even gonna, especially if the English dub for it might not even come out right away.
Tell us how you really feel, Ari.
Netflix, you piece of shit. No, I've had this conversation over and over. I really don't like the way they did that, because it just forces a bunch of people to watch it through streaming or whatnot instead of watching it on the service that actually supports Trigger.
So
sounds
Netflix
like this
doesn't pay Trigger?
Netflix actually helped produce the show, so why they didn't decide to air it weekly in other places outside of Japan, I don't know.
It sounds like this is really triggering you, Ari, quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
You can even say I might have lost my way.
Don't lose your way.
Yeah, they wrote a whole
My
song about
sweetheart.
that.
We have to be as one.
All right, let's talk about what I watched, and then we'll move on to talking about Kaiba.
Don't be afraid.
My sweetheart.
So we're talking to Taylor in the Facebook Messenger. He mentioned watching Your Name on a plane, and so that day I was like, you know, I got nothing to do. I should be watching Kaiba, but let's watch this movie that keeps winning awards everywhere.
Why was Ari's name written on a plane?
Are you dumb? Are you stupid?
No, I honestly don't know what this movie is.
No. It was Snape's on a plane.
So you're Kimi no Wa? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Your Name is, you know, it's like The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. It's a romance story that keeps winning awards everywhere, apparently. This shit is blowing up. And
that's the one about, like, body swapping and stuff, isn't it?
yeah, it's kind of like Kokoro Connect, which I talked about, I think, a few episodes back, which I really liked. But it doesn't get as dark. It does get kind of dark, but it doesn't go as hard as Kokoro Connect did. But yeah, a dude and a girl switch places, and then they have to work out what that means, and then some stuff happens. The dude finds out more about the girl, and then so he's trying to figure out who she is and everything. And there's some drama in there. There's gorgeous artwork. Gorgeous. Like, I'm not sure if it's the same studio that did The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I remember I was really in love with
No.
I was really in love with
I
that
don't think it
artwork
is.
too.
I'm watching the trailer right now, and I can agree to that.
Yeah.
This looks amazing.
It's kind of Miyazaki light, where, like, and not in the really story structure, but in how he leans on Shinto and, like, mythology and stuff, where there's no, like, no faces walking around, there's no spirits, but it does have a little bit of mythology and spirituality stuff in there, which is really interesting.
Huh.
And, yeah, it's a good movie.
Huh.
I liked it.
Interesting.
I dug it. I'm sure it deserves all those awards that it got. After that, I watched 5 centimeters per second, which wasn't as good. It's a series of short movies, 3 episodes long. Needed better closure at the end. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Hey, guys, really quick, anime, not really anime news, but Rick and Morty's coming back Sunday, July 30th.
Oh,
Ha!
that makes
Nice.
sense.
So, funny thing, I looked up, you know, okay, who did Kimi no Wa? Okay, Comics Wave Films. They also did 5 centimeters per second.
Yeah,
So, same artwork. They also did.
and that's
The hell is this?
That's a beautiful few movies, but I just didn't think they did the story as well.
They also did the Garden of Words.
I haven't seen that. Maybe I'll put it on the list.
It's pretty well rated, so you should probably try watching that one too. Let's see. Although the best thing that I see that they helped do is they helped make Inferno Cop with Trigger.
Oh, dude, that show is so fucking good.
Inferno Cop. You just had to sneak that into this podcast, didn't you?
Yeah.
We talked about it a
Dude.
little bit, but you had to find a way to mention it.
I mean, like, Inferno Cop is kind of like the Tom Goes to the Mayor of anime. It's, like, really shitty animation, but it's kind of, like... Okay, actually, it's better than Tom Goes to the Mayor, because Tom Goes to the Mayor is kind of shitty. But, you know, like, this is actually, like, it's, like, shitty, cheap animation, but funny as fuck.
God.
Daddy?
It's like somebody made a fucking, like, Flash animation, like, anime, basically.
One of these days, we'll cover that.
We really have to, yeah.
But yeah, unless anyone else has stuff to say, we should probably jump into Kaiba.
Sounds
Alright,
good.
cool.
Good
Yeah.
idea.
Alright, Dave, give us some background on Kaiba.
Alright, well, I'm just going to give you guys the introduction from each episode. What are memories? Souls? Spirits? This is a world where memories can be turned into data and stored. Even if the body dies, its memories live on and can be transferred to another body. Bad memories can be erased and good ones downloaded. However, this is something only privileged can do. In a world like this, our protagonist, Kaiba, is traveling in another body while having no memories of his own.
Yeah.
Basic premise of the story right there. I think it pretty much sums it up pretty well, but like below that too, it's also a love story, which is kind of interesting. Like it's kind of about basically like even if you're a different person, if you still have your same soul or your same memories, like do the people you meet are you gonna recognize them? You know, if there's someone else too. It's a very interesting concept.
Yeah. It's very heady.
Yeah. I mean, actually, sometimes quite literally.
Oh, yeah. And the art style is, like... There's a lot of discussion online about the art style. Some people say it's garbage. I think it's beautiful. I love it. I love how everything is stylized and that it's all rounded. Like, everything from the planets to the spaceships to the people to the buildings, everything has round edges to it.
I think TV tropes would call this stylistic suck.
No, it's not suck though. It's
But it's not. It doesn't mean it sucks. It just means basically it's like they choose to draw it like crappily sometimes because it looks cooler. Like specifically episode 6 of the show, like everything's drawn in crayon and it looks fucking great.
Yeah, but
Well,
like
wait,
it's hard to do
something
animation.
about that though. Like, what if it's drawn to such a low, like it's not as it does not have such detail, so that it lets you fill it in, you know.
Exactly.
So that it lets the story progress
I
by
can see that
itself
too.
and not be dependent on the like. That's sort of how I feel with, for example, you know, some Nintendo games. It's not about the graphics; it's about the quality, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's about the story, like with games, it's about the story that you tell along with the game because you're making the choices. And in this,
Yeah,
because there's so much ambiguity and stuff like that you don't know about the story, you're already gonna fill in details about, oh, I think it's this, and so the art is just another element of that.
Yeah, like I really like their normal art style for the show 'cause it's just very like fluid, kind of. It's just very flowy.
It's
Like if you guys have
gorgeous.
seen the Food Chain episode of Adventure Time, that's the
Yeah.
exact same style they bring to that episode too.
It's gorgeous. It looks really good, and
It's a really cool
the
show.
music is really good too. The opening song, like I've listened to that probably 5 times today.
Yeah,
Like,
this,
not-
this is
not-
one of the few openings I don't get sick of.
Like, as in not watching the episode and listening to the opening. I mean, I found the full track and listened to it 5 times in a row.
Oh damn!
Pretty much how I felt the first time I ever watched this show. Like I just had it on repeat for a day after I fucking finished the entire series. It was just stuck in my head and I loved it.
Yeah. And Dave, it's weird because like on this podcast that we're doing right now as we talk, you always seem to pick out these kind of shows. Like you're the one that picked out Serial Experiments Lane. You picked out Tatami Galaxy, even though no one knows that happened. because
Yeah.
And
Hey,
like,
wait, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. It's
And-
deja vu.
what kind of
David, are you
brings,
some kind of hipster?
What a terrible thing to say.
what kind of brings you to these types of shows? Like, what makes you want to watch this kind of stuff?
I like stuff that gets really weird and like kind of, I guess cerebral's the
Like
right
Arrow
word for
mangas
it.
would say.
You shut up. That's a different kind of weird. It's funny because
They're
like
kinda
there's
weird.
stuff in this show that has kind of elements of that, and I hate to fucking admit that.
Yeah.
But like there's a character kind of lusting after like a 10-year-old girl in this, but like you don't really think of the character as being a 10-year-old because it's like the person in her body might be ageless for all we know.
Yeah.
You can get to that later on in the series, but
Yeah, you can't assume she might be 80.
it's like, I mean, like she looks like a little girl, but it's like when you can transfer your memories to somebody else. Like it's that
Humanity
weird,
at that point.
fucked up anime thing they do where it's like, okay, like I know she looks like she's 10, right? But it's actually memory of like a 20-year-old guy in there, so like it's fine. Like don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
What about when they went to the planet where like it was all style and like it was the utopia?
Oh, dude,
and
I
there
love
was a
that
guy.
one.
There was a guy living inside a baby's body. Remember that?
I love that. Yeah, I feel like they kind of make fun of that a little bit with that character. He looks. Do you guys remember Baby Herman from Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that guy reminds me of that. Just like a little cigar smoking baby who just like runs the fucking planet. It's just like, yeah, what's up, bitches?
Yeah, should be smoking a cigar and everything, and
Uh,
just
He's
yeah.
so fucking good.
Okay, I got to that part. I'm in the middle of that episode right now.
That's a really good episode.
I just got to the part where they explain that they're making people into food.
Yeah, so like I love that episode because it's basically like the guy's pissed off at everybody for being a bunch of stupid assholes and disregarding life and just wanting to like follow the latest fashion trend. And he's like, I'll make a bunch of stupid fucking bodies and they'll fucking teach them. Like, you're gonna have horns in your head, you big dumb idiots.
Soylent Green is
I fucking
people.
love that. Yeah, and then like Kaiba sees that like, oh yeah, and all the extra bodies they are out of style now, we just turn back into like bio paste and make into food. And he's like, oh no, I'm gonna throw up.
Isn't it warp?
Yeah, Warp. Well, it's weird because they call him Kaiba in the introduction, but then like the one guy in the very first episode tells him, by the way, your name's Warp later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that guy, it's like you don't really know what his motives are until later on. He's kind of fucking shady.
Is that
Shit, in
Popo?
my opinion.
Yeah, Popo, I think's his name.
Yeah.
He has a. Yeah, Popo. He has a sort of face that you want to punch.
Yeah, he's got a very punchable face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Dave.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys get to the part where like they explain the memory cloud or whatever, the memory sea.
Yeah, like the the ocean planet one, or the one like the actual like cloud around the city that Kaiba comes from.
No, not that. I'm talking about like in space, where there's just the whole like where there's the Milky Way made out of like memories.
Oh yeah, it's just I believe they call it the Row River, like the Memory Row River.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh
Does-
yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone get to that?
Oh yeah, dude, I love that part. It's so fucking cool looking.
Say about that. That really. Right. So listen to what they had said. We're going through a cloud of this was over the radio, and they were informing the people inside the spaceship traveling through. To our listeners, there was memories. They're basically tangible, and you can like pull them out and put them into a flash drive, and then put them into other bodies. That's how. Like
Yeah, that's how
that's-
technology works.
it's- Yes, but the thing is, if you don't put that substance into the flash drive, and so many people have died through one means or another, and the memories are not stored correctly. So like, you go to space, and you just see like a flowing river of yellow, which is what the memories look like oil or something like that, honey.
Yeah, I believe they refer to it basically
And-
like fish row, kind of like fish eggs, but it's like your memories
There you are.
like fish eggs. Yeah, they call them memory row is what they call them in the subtitles.
Man.
So then what happens is, the ship is going through it, and the captain is warning their passengers what's going on. So they go like, we're going through clouds of memories, playing people's voices, but they do not belong to real people, so please disregard them. How dark is that?
Dude, it
Like,
gets
just
fucking dark. Yeah.
just think of this. They found a way to take away humanity from humans. Just take away your memories and plant them somewhere else. But if you don't have a body, met, like, you literally have no body. And you don't have to worry about them. They know you're there.
Like Britney Spears.
You are, like, dude.
What was that about Britney Spears, Hunter?
If you want a hot body, you gotta work, bitch.
Well, but what if I go by what Lady Gaga said, and I'm like, I was born this way, bitch.
I believe that's Chronico.
What if I want a
Chronico.
hot body and a
Chronico.
Maserati? What about
Chronico.
that?
Well, Carlos, yeah, Chronica was born that way. You see what happened to her?
Yeah, man.
Well, dude, don't even go there. What Vanilla did? My God, I cried. Like, dude.
Can we just
Like,
take a moment to appreciate Butter?
Butter. Oh, that guy's a piece of shit. I love him.
Fucking
Yes.
shit.
Okay, so
I want
everyone
one punch
got-
too.
So everyone got past episode 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you watch the person who stole Kaiba's body basically just fuck herself to death with him.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Yeah, like, it took me, like, the third rewatch to understand what the fuck that actually has to do with anything. Like, I thought it was just a scene that was weird for the sake of being weird. It's
Please
foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing because, like, when they find her body and she's dead, they're like, what'd you do? You copy your memories to a new body, right? And she's like, it's not what it looks like. And it's like, it's illegal, right? Because the clones always try to kill the original copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's foreshadowing for later on.
I was like, son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Are you
I
getting it
think-
now, dude? Oh, okay, no, it's you doing the fake orgasm. I got it.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
No, stretch me!
Carlos just arrived.
I arrived.
I like, too, that it shows that she's actually one of, I think she's Butter's daughter?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, Daddy, come back! And he, like, sees her face and is like, oh shit, and just fucking books it. And that's, like, her last memory before she dies.
Oh my god.
Pretty much, like, half the fucking ship was just with Butters. Like, that motherfucker was, like, fucking sneaking everyone on board, and he was just had, like, a goddamn harem with him.
So yeah, this show is really dark, like, all the time, and I like what it does with
I love that it's so...
the juxtaposition of the art style with the story it's telling, because the art style is like an old, like, it seems like kind of folktale-y, like something you would find in a book or something, like...
It's, like, very light and fun-looking art, and then a very dark story underneath it sometimes.
Yeah. This was also done by Madhouse.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Chronico is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Dude, Chronico fucking... Like, that episode just, like, kicking the nuts right there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Also-
one in each nut, actually.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Like, they made sure.
This show kind of takes a shit in your heart sometimes, dude.
And that's...
Yeah, like, oh man, like, Vanilla's kind of an asshole, but honestly, like, I find that you like him more in the end. Like, you start to actually like the guy. Like, he's not so much like this big dumb jerk. He's just like, he's not good with people, but he has the best of intentions. He's just kind of a dumbass.
That's why he's been stalking the main character ever since he got in a girl's body.
Yeah.
Damn straight, son.
Yeah.
You forget you're in the girl's body eventually.
Yeah, I do love how they actually go through that too and stuff, where it's like, hey, you've been in this body for a month, you're having your period now. He's like, oh, what the fuck's happening? It's like, oh, yeah, I know what's happening, dude. Sorry, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, and then Edward Scissorhand
You
tells
mean
him,
bomb hands?
John Redcord Cyborg.
yes, he's just giving you a expensive head massage.
Yeah, I do love how they basically help each other out and stuff. It's just like, what's wrong with you? It's like, I know what's happening. Hey, give me a hand really fast. I can't pee because my fucking hands are bombs. Bombs? Like, hold my dick for me, man. I gotta do something really fast. It's like, oh,
What?
goddammit. No. You didn't get to that part, did you?
Hold my dick.
Yeah, Kaiba meets somebody who has, basically, like, they're in a cyborg body, so they're, like, genetically enhanced. They have, like, spikes for shoulders, and their hands are bombs, so they can't actually touch anything. And they're just like, hey, I gotta take a piss. Can you give me a hand with this really fast? Basically, it's like, hold my dick for me, because I
Give me
can't
a
do myself.
hand.
Yeah,
That's kind of fucked up, but also hilarious.
it's fucking great. Yeah, I love also that the entire episode takes place at, essentially, it's like that river of memory row going through space. It eventually all lands on this one planet here. and they built a fucking theme park at like the galactic center of like where souls go to rest.
It's pretty metal.
It's fucked up, dude. It's like, hey, here's a log flume. This might be memory juice. I don't know. Fuck you. Just, oh man, like, it's creepy because it's just like it shows how little they actually regard human life, I guess, in their universe.
Once you're out of it.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think in all, like, this show is about? What's the story it's trying to tell, like, overall?
Homestuck the anime.
That's,
Yes! Yes!
it's not, though.
God,
Yes!
is it though?
Thank you!
No, it's not.
Is it though? I don't know. As a resident Homestuck expert and purveyor of garbage, Carlos, what do you think?
So, it could be really relatable, but Homestuck came after. I looked it up specifically for this talk. But, Homestuck came afterwards.
It's, I guess none of you guys have really gotten to the ending of this one yet, have you?
I'm almost there.
Episode 10, starting it.
Well, okay, so you're in the flashback episode right now. So, do you guys kind of know who Warp is now and who Kaiba is?
Yeah.
He's basically like the king of this universe, who's like the king of memories, and he's the reason why you can download memories into flash drives. Essentially, like he's the one that invented that technology. It's from like 2,000 years ago. Basically, it's like the story of this then is sort of.
Kaiba the plant.
Kaiba is the plant too. They explain why his name is Kaiba in episode 10. It's he lost his memories at this point, and in the backstory with Nero, when she meets him, she's like, "Oh, until you know what your name is, I'm gonna call you Kaiba."
Because you're good with memories.
Yeah, because you're good with memories and stuff, or because you don't have any memories, and Kaiba is the legendary plant that eats memories. So she's like, "Well, we'll just call you that then, until you remember who you are."
And it turns out he was that.
Yeah, I mean, well, it turns out, like, he's actually Warp, who's, like, the god of this planet. But he's lost his memories because he...
Popo literally said to him, by the way, your name is Warp.
He's like, by the way, close off Warp. See you later, buddy. He's like, he ain't coming back. Fuck that guy. And then he comes back, and it's like, oh, okay.
Why did he start calling himself Warp after that? I don't get it.
Because he was traveling in different bodies, too. I mean, for half the series, he's traveling in that hippo body that can't talk.
And then the other half is in
Chronico. It's in traveling as Chronico, so he just goes by that name instead. Because if he goes by Warp, like I think in the episode where he gets Chronico's body, he sees a statue, and it's like, hey, who's that? It's like, oh, that's Warp, the king of this planet. And he's like, I should probably not use that name anymore, probably.
Yeah.
Probably not use that name anymore, probably?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I mean, it's like the god of the planets and like the god of memories traveling through the universe that, I mean, like he's never really been outside of his castle before and seen the universe, so it's him experiencing the universe firsthand and understanding what he's done to the universe through the technology that he's helped create and distribute. So it's kind of him without knowing who he is, traveling and seeing everything that he's done and like all the things that he's set in motion, kind of without even realizing it. And I guess kind of learning empathy through that a little bit too.
All right, so I've got a list of the unequivocal dicks in this series.
All right,
hit me.
With it?
Hit me with your dicks.
Wait, what?
So hold up. Okay, go ahead. I'll ask later.
So first of all, we got Popo.
Yeah, Popo's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he is. Then that like kind of cat sheriff thing or whatever that was like chasing Vanilla and Chronico.
I don't think they ever gave him a name, but yeah, he's like a galactic sheriff or something like that, I think.
Yeah, that guy's a dick.
I guess a fucking asshole. Yeah.
Satay is also an asshole.
That's the tall person in the trench coat thing, right?
The one that like wears kind of like I guess like a sweater that covers up to
like
her
the
nose.
Yeah, like the bottom half of their face. Yeah.
The one that looks like Sasuke.
The one that looks like the person that fucks himself to death. Like they had that same outfit on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
Looks
person.
like
Yeah.
that kind of person.
Oh yeah, I forgot Butter is also a fucking asshole.
Yeah, Butter's a fucking asshole.
And,
Oh golly,
Everyone knows it's Butters.
that's me.
Yes, thank you.
Oh gee.
Oh, gee, I can't have a harem of women. I'll get grounded for sure.
Butters, if you get grounded in VR, you get grounded in real life.
Oh, hamburgers.
Now calm down. What you are experiencing is a Vindaloo. So.
Oh yeah. Anybody else on that list too, besides Butters?
I want to add fake Bork.
Fake Bork.
Yes.
Fake war.
Fake news?
Fake warp, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it said fake Bork, and that was like fake vor, like we're eating people now? What's going on?
I only like real.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's about my list.
It's a pretty solid list. There's a lot of assholes in there. It's interesting too because a lot of the shit that happens later on in the series, if you go back and watch the first episode again, they lay it out pretty much straight for you, like from the get-go, which is kind of cool.
This
No,
seems
I
pretty
actually kind of saw
Wow.
how it connected.
Good stuff, Hunter.
Sorry, so what's Hunter's question earlier?
I had a question.
Yeah, you're like, I have a question, like, I'll ask it later, it's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
I forget now.
Good stuff.
Sorry, dude.
No, it's okay. I'm just upset with myself that I forgot it.
If you,
Write
if
it down.
you remember again, dude, just we'll get back to it then.
I will. You know what? I'll make a big deal about it too.
Just don't forget to remember.
Yeah, I mean, like, anyway, so how far did everyone get into this series?
5.
5. So you didn't get to see Patches and Quilt yet. I fucking love Patch and Quilt.
I got to see Patches and Quilt.
Okay, yeah, that's episode 5. I think 6 is the next. Yeah, I'm trying to remember now.
6 is, I think, the moon one.
Yeah, I think so. That one gets fucking weird. It's kind of a beach episode, but not really.
Who doesn't like a beach
You're gonna
episode?
cry.
It's like I think Vanilla wants it to be a beach episode, and then it does not end up being that. He's like, oh, he fucked up.
Who doesn't like a good beach episode, you know? Just
What's
Max
interesting
and
too, though, is that
relaxing.
even later on in this series, like by episode 10 and 11, you start getting a lot of backstories because you start getting like what happened to people before they lost their memories or why they did certain things, and even though Popo's an asshole throughout the entire thing, you actually kind of start to feel bad for him near the end because like clearly
No, I
his,
don't.
I mean like
Yeah,
his
you
whole
do.
plan that he had is just starting to unravel. Like, he had clear intentions, like, hey, you know, we're gonna all live like kings one day and stuff. It's gonna be fine. And then, like, he just kind of destroys everything in his path to get to that point.
Ooh.
Been there.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
like,
he does.
I thought you were talking about Vanilla. Yeah, fuck Popo.
yeah, Popo, I mean, like, he basically just, like, fucks up everything along the way. Like, I think he started out with the best of intentions and then just lost that completely in the process.
You know, I've always been
That's
told.
like Husky from Homestuck, right?
I've always been
I'm
told
gonna-
never to trust the Popo, so I know
You
it's coming.
shouldn't.
I know it's coming.
Well, I love too that later on stuff like if you watch the first episode again, like I think episode 9 or so, when Warp gets back to the planet again, and he asks Popo like, "Hey, that day were you shooting at the thing behind me or me?" And he just kind of doesn't answer.
Just
He's
go.
like, no. He was like, he's facing away, but he was like, "I'm shooting at the thing, obviously," and it's just like, "Were you though?"
Crazy weather we're having, right? What you talking about? Let's.
Just anyways. Yeah, there's like it's interesting though. There's a ton of shit in the first episode that watching it a second time through, you see it all and you're like, man, this is laid out pretty much straight for you. Like the people that are in the air balloon trying to float above the cloud that wipes your memories.
Yeah.
Popo's just like, yeah, they've done this like 10 times now, talking to a guy who's lost his memories.
Yeah, I don't know how they how does he keep remembering how to build a balloon?
It's a good question. I think it's just the memory of them actually like making it and going up there. It's wiped. I don't know, honestly. I think memories come back slowly over time after going through the cloud. Because near the end, Warp is starting to remember what the hell happened to him. But
Yeah, okay. First off, dude, that guy has to have like a huge dick because first off, right, he immediately like when he saw that lady, she's like, "Take your pants off."
yeah,
Right.
I guess that's
Well,
fair.
You guys remember like that's
Yeah, I remember that
was
scene.
so awesome.
I mean, to be fair, like, she was looking for him to see if, like, okay, listen, I want to clone myself, and I want to fuck myself.
Yeah.
So let's make sure we get this shit right. Like, how's that D looking? Like, pretty good. All right, sell, buying it. You guys take credit? Yeah, cool.
Actually, our chip reader doesn't work. Can you just swipe it?
My memory chip reader.
It never works.
I do love too in episode 6, I think, when Kaiba as Chronico tells Vanilla to wait and he runs off. So he thinks he sees a Nero, and then like 10 minutes later in the episode, it's been like 12 hours and he's just been standing there in the rain with the ice cream cones he had for him.
So sad.
It's like, what are you doing here? It's like, you told me to wait. I'm like, oh, you poor fucking innocent little boy.
He didn't tell her to wait.
No, he was like, hey, wait up, dude, I gotta go for a second. He's like, okay, and then just like 12 hours later,
he said, I'm gonna go get, I just watched this part. He said, I'm gonna go get ice cream, and like, he's still trying to like stalk her at this point, or him, and he just up and leaves because he doesn't want to deal with his shit anymore.
Yeah, but then it's like Chronico / Kaiba sees what he thinks is Nero, and he's like, hey, Vanilla, wait for a second, I gotta be right back, dude. And he just leaves, and then he comes back like 10 minutes later, and he's like, what are you doing, dude? And he's just like, you told me to wait. I'm like, oh, you poor innocent boy.
Just haven't gotten to it.
You poor sweet boy.
Yeah, I'm just remembering the lighthouse episode.
Oh yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah, was it Grandma's Memories?
Yeah.
I really
It's a really
like that
good
episode.
one.
Yeah.
It was.
It's got a fucking downer ending too.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's like
every
the two
episode.
sons just like, what do we do now? And it's just like, oh yeah, if people leave the lighthouse after living there for a long time, they die. And it's just like, well, throw them off the ship, I guess. Fuck them.
Like every episode is kind of a downer. Like when you think about it, like nothing really ever goes well ever.
When that happened, they were throwing the parents off the ship, right?
I think it might have been it might have implied that's what happened to their parents too. Because the grandma mentions that the parents never came back. No, it was the two brothers though.
Are you sure?
It was the two brothers, yeah. It was both of them huddled together in the engine room, like clutching each other, and they're dead.
Oh.
What if the mother and father were the ones that like the old people that we saw that the robot helped?
I'm trying to think, because they never show what happened with those two guys' like parents, but basically like the grandma says they jumped ship on and left at one point, and then it just kind of implied that's what happened with everybody else that left the lighthouse too, or something like that, like something in that place, like in that specific place that they lived at, makes them be able to survive or something.
Yeah, and by getting off that planet, they end up dying.
Yeah. I mean, like, it fucking sucks for them, you know?
Yeah.
I think, like, one of the best, like, body horror parts of this, too, is, like, when the Kaiba plant first starts growing in, like, episode 6 and they're at that theme park.
Yeah.
The little old lady and her husband who've been on, like, a cross-galaxy vacation are just like, oh, hey, look at this little guy, he's pretty cute. And it just fucking sucks our fucking memories and just leaves.
I didn't get to that part.
It's dude, like it's some body horror shit, dude. It's creepy.
It certainly is.
That's creepy.
And that is kind of like a small piece of the actual Kaiba world plant, I think.
Yeah, it's basically what the main overarching plot becomes near the end of the series is that thing.
Yeah.
Like the first half of the series is kind of him wandering around with no memories of his own, just kind of getting a feel for this universe that he's in. And then the second half is coming back to where he needs to be, learning more about himself as a person, and then finally, like, confronting this thing that basically eats memories. And it's like this legendary, like, monster of lore and shit that he's destined to fight kind of thing.
Dude, he's fucking Link.
Kind of, yeah.
Except he has a hole in his chest.
He's kind of got a Triforce symbol on him a little bit. Like a really, like, weird Triforce.
It's a triangle, like, it's 3 points connected to each other.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you can call it.
Pretty sure that's a
It's
triangle.
a triangle. What more do you want? Yeah.
That's... So yeah, this is a...
Yeah.
This show, like, it's a lot to think about. It's got a lot
It's
to it.
it's a great show to rewatch too, because the more you watch it, the more details you find you skipped the last time. Some of the third one, I'm still catching new stuff this time.
Yeah.
Like finally figuring out why the hell we watched someone fuck themselves to death, and I'm like, I don't get why that happened, but it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's fine though.
Yeah, it's like they don't really get into the technology much. They basically just play around with the idea of what you could do with, artificial bodies and all that stuff. Like I loved even in the first episode when like they have that machine that has all the chips in it, and it's just the chips talking to them and stuff.
Except the way the series goes, it airs more on the side of kind of foreboding, trying to warn of possible misuse of that type of technology.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like kind of showing like, hey, like this seems like it's a really great idea. Like, yeah, we'll live forever, but it's like this is a really easy to abuse technology. Like the first two episodes, we see people's bodies being stolen by the skunks or skrunks, right? Is that what they're called? Skunks. Yeah, the skunks stealing bodies and just kind of dumping memories. We see in episode 3, the Chronico is going to sell her body. Like, literally to a pedophile who's a duck, also, which I find kind of wonderful.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, like, rich pedophile duck who wants to buy her body, but he's a cheap asshole, so it's just like, okay, just throw her body in the dumpster, and I'll get my guys to come by and get it, and we'll just, like, it's fine, we'll figure it out.
It's like, wait a minute, why did you guys leave it in the dumpster?
It's like, because it's gonna be fucking expensive, man. Like, we can say it got stolen this way instead.
Exactly.
And then also, like, he's fucking chasing her down. He's like, oh, fuck it, just hit her with a car. I'll fix the parts that break later.
And then fucking Vanilla comes to the rescue.
It's just like, god damn. Like, yeah, I mean, like, Vanilla does good things for the wrong reasons.
He's well-intentioned.
Yeah, I mean, not really. Like, he just wants to get up in that ass.
Yeah, dude, that's what I've been fucking saying.
He just wants him some of that tight Chronico boot. Is that good? It's pretty good.
Nailed it.
You know what's weird too? Like that one sheriff asshole guy, like his little like dog people that he has as like his sort of like weapon. Like when I was a kid, I used to draw shit like that. Like those weird little like kind of like monkey dog things with like the little spiky tails. Like I drew shit like that when I was like 8. So I kind of love that they just have like this weird sort of childish drawing style sometimes with it.
Yeah. All right.
Pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about the series and stuff. I don't want to spoil the ending for you guys. Ending's really cool.
Now let's not talk about the ending. I feel like
I won't talk about it here. It's something worth experiencing yourself, I think.
I kind of feel like I want to say something about episode 11, but I might just
no,
say that to
like
you
we haven't
later
gotten that far yet.
Yeah, because like basically like everything up until that point is just kind of like his journey through the planets. Episode 9 is where we get back to the actual.
Hunter, could you not breathe into your fucking
I think
microphone?
Hunter fucked himself to death.
Could you not do that?
100% true.
Was that the clone of you? That was your clone Munter that attacked you, right?
No,
Yes,
this
it was.
is... What?
It was the clone Munter that attacked the real Hunter, and he fucked him to death.
You think one?
Oh no, which one's the real one though?
All right. Let's wrap up our Kaiba discussion.
Like episodes 9 through 12 though basically are main plot again. Everything up until then is kind of light. Like it sort of ends the arc for the first half. The first half is him kind of exploring the world he's the ruler of, and then the last part is him learning, oh hey, I'm actually the ruler of these planets, and then also like confronting like basically what that means and trying to kind of like fix what he fucked up essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting story that's told in a very interesting visual way as well as story-wise, the whole switching of memories thing. And yeah, I'm gonna finish it at some point. You heard it here. It's on record.
Yep.
Now, I'm curious too. We talked about earlier. We talked about how we liked the opening and stuff for the show and all the music and stuff throughout. How do you guys feel about the ending music?
Ending's really good too.
I don't think I actually watched it.
Yeah, like
I've
the ending, I
actually
didn't
skipped it.
like it as much as the opening at first, and it's starting to grow on me like third time watching it through again. Like I don't know, something about the first time I watched it kind of was a little bit jarring. I think, like it's kind of dissonant almost the way they sing it, but I like it more now.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of typical of endings in Japan. Like, it's kind of used more like a wind down from what you watched or something, rather than.
But it's like even the opening song for this is like a wind down itself. It's just super chill and relaxed.
It's great, man. I love that
Yeah,
song.
God, it's one of the few openings that I won't skip past for the sake of watching the episode faster. Because usually, like once I get through like one or two watches of a show, or, like an episode, I'll just skip past the opening. This one, I just let that shit play out because I fucking love it so much.
I don't know. You guys say you like it. I guess the art is quite fun to look at, but the song itself is nothing special.
I don't know. I like it. It's just like it's the kind of show like I would imagine this would be a good show to watch with like a significant other because it's like kind of like it's got that romance subplot to it. And I feel like like that song kind of sets the mood for that too a little bit.
It's a song that's sung really well. The singer has a gorgeous voice. It's not a very like complicated composition of a song, but it's done well with good sounding synthesizers and a good tempo to it. Like it's not the most complicated thing in the world, but it doesn't need to be.
Well, I also just love like the actual art for the opening too and stuff, showing like all the bodies that him and Nero have been in, and like all the people he interacts with.
I was responding.
Yeah.
I was responding to Hunter saying that it's not that special. Like a lot of songs aren't really that special. They just need to work for the thing that they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's simplistic, but so is the art style for this show, and it rocks that completely. You know.
All right, let's put a pin in our Kaiba discussion. Maybe if we watch some more, if any of us watch some more, we'll mention it in another podcast at the top
definitely.
of it.
Also,
Definitely finishing it.
Sorry, what's up, Hunter?
It is my bedtime, and I have something that I would like to talk about, and maybe a soapbox.
Sure.
Yeah, gotcha, man. Go for it. Let's go ahead and move on to that then. I guess Lee, go first.
So, something just happened recently that I noticed, and by a complete accident, and it is that Netflix has posted season 2 of F is for Family.
Yes, that is a great show. Holy
Yes.
Right?
F is for family. I'll put you to that goddamn wall!
It's a Bill Burr show, right?
We're outside, Dad. There's no wall out here. Then I'm gonna build a wall and put you through it. Yeah, it's a great show. It's got that BoJack Horseman kind of vibe to it, where it's incredibly cynical about a specific like type of person and family, and also a time period. It's set in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
It's hilarious watching what they don't know and we do.
Exactly.
You know?
I kind of like the bit I've seen of it in that, like, Bill Burr's kind of an asshole, like, with this comedy. Like, a lot of his jokes, he's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Like, he's not wrong, but he's an asshole, you know? And
Yeah.
I feel like the character in the show is also that way. So it really fits him as a person.
Yeah, it's based on his own family, his own upbringing, and all of that.
That makes sense, actually, then, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
I didn't know that. Fine.
Bill
Yeah.
Burr.
Bill Burr's great. He is a kind of an asshole, but he knows. Like, if you listen to like Monday morning podcast with Bill Burr, like he will say something incredibly judgmental and asshole-ish, and he's like, "I'm just judging you because I'm an asshole." Like that's just me.
Yeah, like, I appreciate that he's aware of it at least. He's like, look, like, I know I'm a piece of shit, but hear me out.
Hunter, though, did you want to say something about it?
No?
He was just bringing it up.
Just bring it up. That's actually coming
Yeah,
out soon.
I just wanted to bring it up. I haven't actually watched it yet, but I want to. Because my soapbox, I guess, would then be that season 1 was fucking amazing.
All right.
I've only seen, like, I think 3 episodes of that show now. I think, like, whatever you watched at your house that one time is what I've seen of that show.
Yeah.
All right. Since
Pretty good, I
Hunter,
like what I've seen of it.
since Hunter has to go to bed, I want to try and get this along so we get to the voting, so he can still like participate, even though he has to take a nappy nap soon.
Oh. Uh, I wanted to mention something kind of quick. So I've been looking at what the summer airing season is going to have, and I mean I picked out some shows that I want to see, but I'll mention the ones that I think people here would probably be interested in. So the first one, which is actually going to air this Saturday, is Kakegurui. It's basically like a private school where powers status, except the way they gain powers through gambling.
Ooh, I've heard of this actually.
It's 12 episodes long, and it's done by Mappa.
All right, yeah, I think
Interesting.
Gigager or someone did a video about the manga a little while back. So yeah, this sounds really familiar to me.
Yeah. Then right after that on Sunday, it's another show done by UFO Table. So I guess something that's going to be animated in the sense of unlimited budget works.
All right.
I kind of want to see that because it's not necessarily connected to any of the continuing series they've done, but it would be in the same vein of the art. So high quality art that's shiny. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a soccer anime that's coming out as well.
Who cares?
There's actually an interesting one. It's an isekai one, except it deals with like a restaurant that appears like once a week, and that kind of draws like I think it was like what was
Wait,
it?
the
Like,
restaurant can draw?
no, like when you draw people in, it I guess it draws like magical, or I don't know, some sort of people, like magical or those types of beings in, and they all gather at this cafe once a week because it like just disappears the entire time.
It's kind of like the Nico ramen cart in Tommy Galaxy.
Kind of.
Huh.
Now I've heard they have they actually use cats in their food there, but I don't know about that. The point is though, it's delicious.
It is delicious.
Yeah. Let's see, what the hell else was there? There's something that I really desperately want to see after someone gave a synopsis about it. So, Dean, I know you mentioned that you wanted a good sci-fi
Yes.
show. So, this one's called Made in the Abyss. It's a sci-fi where they basically explore caves, and it's filled with like robots and shit.
Dope. They have spaceships?
No idea.
Cave ships?
Cave ships.
By the
Yeah.
way, speaking of sci-fi, like I just remember something too I wanted to point out earlier about Kaiba is that it's sort of like on the sliding scale of like memories and artificial bodies and shit. It's like the exact opposite of Ghost in the Shell's approach to it.
Yeah.
Because it's like Ghost in the Shell is very like hard sci-fi kind of, and then
Yeah.
Kaiba's kind of very soft approach to that too. But anyway, so yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Then the last two that I'm especially interested in, the guy really made it sound interesting. It's a ballroom dancing one done by Production IG.
Huh.
I'll send the details a bit later about it, and then the last one is actually one that Stan Lee is involved in, the Reflection.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh,
one.
I think I remember hearing about that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that airs July 22nd.
Oh,
Huh.
man. Day after
Yeah.
my birthday.
Yep. So there's quite a few shows on here that I'm actually curious to watch since I know nothing about them.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep
Sounds
an
like a pretty
eye
good
on this.
month coming out. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to voting so Hunter can get a sleep for his brand new job he's got.
All right.
So last time
Told you.
around, I wanted to open it to everyone because we always have someone during the week says, "Oh, someone didn't vote for my show." So I want everyone to be able to put out shows that they wanted to watch based on someone else's recommendation. But now we're going back to the cycle. We're going back to like where we were in this cycle of putting forward shows. There's no theme. It's just anything you want. Could be Western if you wanted to, but you know, I like
This is for family.
I'd like to save that for for a few episodes down the line, so we don't have
That
it
sounds good.
every other week. But so now, because Hunter and Ari, you guys already went, and Dave, you were Kaiba, so that was.
I was Kaiba, but it was someone else's recommendation.
Yeah,
I think,
so
right? I think it was yours.
So yeah, so it's me, Carlos, and Dave. We're not going to count the last week since that was a special.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right, and I know what show I'm going to pick. So this show, I know everyone here will love. It is a show that is one of the best stories I've ever seen. It's a show I've talked about many times. It's a show that you should watch, and I'm not sure why none of you have. I'm sure, like maybe you've seen a little bit of it. Fucking Steins Gate.
Oh shit, that's a good one.
Fucking Steins Gate. It's the best time travel story I've ever seen. It's got a great romantic story in it that isn't shoehorned in, and it's actually natural. It's some of the best science fiction that's come out. It is fantastic. It has a phenomenal dub, like up there with Cowboy Bebop, I would say. It's just everything.
Damn, that's some high praise, dude.
Everything you would want from a science fiction story, not just anime. Let's not like confine it to a medium. Just from a science fiction story, Steins Gate has. So that's mine. Good luck.
Yeah, shit, that's a tough fucking opponent there. I mean,
you just dropped a nuke, man.
I dropped the microphone.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drop the actual
go for
microphone because then it would be a big spike on the waveform.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I will.
I don't
actually do
get it that reference, but I'm sure I will in 2 weeks after we've watched this show or something, right?
No, do you not know how recording equipment works?
What?
Never mind, you're an idiot. All right, what's your
Yeah.
show?
Any suggestion?
What's
I'll let Carlos go first if he wants to, but
Sure. Carlos?
David, do you have a suggestion though?
okay, I've got two actually. Do you guys want to do something like kind of like heady and cerebral like Kaiba again, or do you want to do something fucking stupid?
I say stupid.
Yeah, stupid.
Okay, if you want something really dumb and stupid, have you guys seen the show Girls in Panzer? It's
Man.
the premise for it is it's an all-girls school, and their team sport, instead of like football or rugby or something like that, is they drive fucking tanks.
You're gonna
They
steal.
drive like sweet ass, and the people that make this show clearly fucking love tanks because they draw them like very nicely. It's like really good CGI for the tanks. They have like basically tank strategic fights in like dummy cities and shit, and like they actually use pretty good strategy with it. Girls on Panzer, like Panzer. It's like basically it means girls in tanks essentially, but it's like in German halfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Girls und Panzer. It's like I've seen about 3 episodes of it, and it's fucking silly as shit. It's basically just like like fan service, like, oh hey look, girls in skimpy outfits, there's a panty shot. Also they're driving a fucking tank, fuck you.
I swear to God, if you steal Steins Gate away from me with this fucking show.
And the other one that I had a suggestion for that was kind of more serious was Kino's Journey.
I've heard of
But I
that.
feel-
Yeah.
Like maybe put a pin in that one for right now because we're coming off of another kind of like heady show. That one's pretty somber from what I've seen of it.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, I kind of want to watch a bunch of girls in skimpy outfits, like, drive tanks at each other. Also, their entire city exists on a giant fucking battleship, which is rather silly.
Alright. Carlos, what's your show?
I think I'm not gonna participate this week, and I'll participate next week.
Ooh, alright.
Ooh.
Like spread some more time before I give my thing that. Well, yeah.
All right, so since it's just me and Dave head to head, we don't get to vote.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I was gonna vote for yours anyways.
All right, so there
And
it
you're gonna vote
is.
for mine, I guess. So that just kind of cancels each other out.
It's Steins Gate versus Girls und Panzer.
Do you want to go
Alright.
really smart or really dumb?
Hunter, are you typing?
I already said who I'm voting for.
You can type it, dude.
I'm ready.
We're almost done with this, so yeah.
I know, you guys just want to make me do things. I spent all day doing things, and now you want to make me do more things?
Oh god, I gotta watch anime now? What is this weeb shit?
Anyway, it was a mistake.
All right, we got some votes coming in. Steins Gate. Oh,
Okay, I'm
Alright.
actually happy with that, yeah.
Yeah.
across the
So,
board.
unanimous Steins Gate looks like.
So
Yeah.
it is a 24 episode series, but you know, it's the 6 episode rule. You know, watch about 6, maybe 3, see if you like it. If you like it, then you'll probably naturally want to see more of it. If you don't like it, then you'll stop. Like, it's not that hard.
Huh, that's fair. Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
kind of glad because I was just like, if we were going to something stupid, Girls and Ponzer, because it's stupid as hell and I like what I've seen of it, but I'd rather watch
Dean
something else
said
smart. I
Steins
think.
Gate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's our butler, Chad.
Yeah, Chad, the
He
butler.
wants to talk for us
Please.
sometime.
Does Chad have a chick voice though?
No.
No, you're thinking of Microsoft Sam.
All right, we're not
Um,
doing this. All right, let's all say goodbye so Hunter can get to sleepy sleep.
Goodbye, Hunter.
Goodbye, Munter.
Goodbye, everyone.
I love you
not,
guys.
Not
See you
just,
later, folks.
Not just a Hunter.
I lo-
Goodbye,
I-
everyone.
Alright. Bye,
Bye,
everyone
bye.
who actually
Steins
listens to
Gate.
this.
It's a story about a
David,
man.
when you say lick my butter canyon, do you mean the character?
No, I want the robot voice to say it. You ruined it. Oh,
Fine. You know what? I'll fucking do it. I'm typing in.
Dean said, lick my butter canyon.
Oh,
Are you
10
happy
out
now?
of 10. 10 out of
Dean
10.
said that.
All right.
Dean said that, not David.
Next week we're watching a show about a mad scientist, a microwave, and a redhead. We'll see you next week.
Ew.
Goodbye.
You ever smelled a man's penis? Oh yeah. Oh, I don't think that was the answer I was expecting.
Anime was a mistake.